Welcome, everybody. What I'm going to be doing today is going through your LinkedIn profile basics. I owe so many people the LinkedIn profile assessments from a couple months ago that their post went viral. So I thought as part of an apology for taking so long to get to the assessments, as we only expected about 20 or 30 responses, we're sitting at still over 2,500. What we thought is the best solution is to actually take you through profile tips. So the assessment, you would cover your headline, you would be covering your photo, your background, your summary, your activity, your experiences and the information related to that. So I'm actually going to give you part of the normal training that we normally do and actually give you a little piece extra. So you're getting something even better than a profile assessment now. And I believe that this is even more value rather than just an assessment to say you're a 1 or a 4, and telling you why. But now this is now showing you how to update that information. So we're going to start from the top of your profile down to the bottom of your profile. And at the top of your profile, you have an opportunity to add an image as part of your background. So if you click on your pen, what you can do is edit the background of your profile. But now don't go and add the beach or a tree or a flower. If you're in sales, add your company branding. If you're an executive, etc. If you still are, even a PA, because you're looking to update your profile from a recruitment perspective, ensure that you are still brand aligned if it's possible. Otherwise, if it's not possible, add something that talks to what you do. Let's say, for instance, you're an engineer, then put some engineering parts that you focus on. So if it's in the health and safety, piping and like a SASL type, then put that kind of a picture as a background because it talks to what you do. So don't go and put something that doesn't relate to what you do. So you just literally, and you can see here, it gives you the recommendation of what to do. I use, okay, so now all the graphic designers, close your ears. I use PowerPoint. I put the graphics that I'm wanting into the middle of the PowerPoint. I save it as a PNG. I upload it. I might need to make a couple changes. So it makes 2 or 3 iterations, but then at least I have something that I can use for now that I don't have to go and pay for a graphic. Just make sure that if you are doing a brand aligned, that your brand allows for that type of an image, if you're putting your logo into that. Then we go on to your profile picture. Please make sure that you have a profile picture, point 1. Point 2, head and shoulders. I don't want to see your sexy legs, ladies. I don't want to see, your latest shoes, guys. What I'm wanting to see is your face, your head and shoulders, because remember, people are accessing from their mobile more often than not, so they want to be able to see your pretty face, look engaging, so smile, look friendly, so that you look approachable. In your name, keep your name as simple as possible, because remember, if you want to be tagged in posts, etc., it's easier to keep your name as short as possible. So don't add an MBA, CPA, all of those wonderful things behind your name, because your name is still only just your name. Everything in your profile is searchable, but we'll get to that just now on where you can add in everything else that you are an MBA, etc. But you don't have to put it in your headline. You want to be looking at like you're approachable. So take out the MBA and everything else. Your headline is a way to differentiate you amongst a sea of people. So within LinkedIn, you've got 550 million people. In South Africa alone, you have 6.1 million people. How do you stand out? You customize your headline to say what do you do from a return on investment perspective. What does that mean? That means that if you're the MD at ABC Shoes, I still don't know what ABC Shoes does. If anybody knows the company called Cecil Nurse, you will know what they do. But when I first saw the name, I saw, nursing and medical, etc., etc. But actually, they do office furniture. So just because you've got your title in your headline does not mean people know how do you add value. So add something interesting, add something sparky, ensure that it still relates back to your personal profile. All of this other information gets pulled through from the rest of your profile. Ensure that you have your location here because you want to be an all-star profile. Put in your industry. Your summary is an opportunity. The first 2 lines is an opportunity to show how you add value and stand out. Now, in a normal situation, a goldfish has 8 seconds attention span. A human has 7 seconds. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 7 seconds to wow someone, whether they are going to go to the next profile or actually continue reading and scroll further down. So in your area here, don't tell me that I am a good photographer and I can do admin and it's all about you. No, but ask a question, show engagement, get some kind of interest, add value throughout your profile, show how you add value. And so just get more creative in your summary and make sure you do have a summary because it's still part of your 7 seconds. So as you scroll down, you will see that this is your personal dashboard that gives you an idea of how many people have viewed your profile, your post views, how many times you've come up in searches. Now, again, I'm going to tell you again that everything in your LinkedIn profile is searchable. So ensure that you have all the information, every little thing that you've ever done, your whole career, not just your current experience, but your whole career. Ensure that you've put that information in. So all the experiences, as you go down, people will only generally read the last 3 information, maybe 4, but what you're wanting to do is everything in your LinkedIn profile is searchable. So, and I mean, you can test it by other ways to spell my name right in your very first. So this is a tip that will really, really help you. So if you go into my very first position, what I've done is no one reads there, okay? So no one goes there. What you can do is you go other ways to spell my name. And if you do a search in here, in the search bar top for Noleen Thompson, and in other words, spell it totally incorrectly, my name will still come up as a LinkedIn profile. So what you're wanting to do is if people have misspelled your name over time, you want to make sure that there are definitely ways that they can find you over time. So this is the proof that you can see that everything in your LinkedIn profile is searchable. Add in all your education because this gives you credibility in terms of who you are. And what also gives you credibility is adding in you started off as an administrator, you then became a sales administrator, then you became a sales, you know, a sales executive or consultant, and then you became the manager, etc., etc. So it shows your career path. So make sure that you put in every single one of your positions and added information about what you did in each of those positions. Volunteer experience shows your work ethic and the humanity side of you. It's searchable, but it's not something that is is it's kind of something that we do anyway, but add it in. If you've done a Santa shoebox, add that kind of stuff in because it's just about adding value to your community. People want to know that you care about not just yourself. Okay. Skills and endorsements. Now, this is there's some additional new features that have come out around this, but that still hasn't been coming through, and I've got a recording limit, so this is not going to work.